Whitney Houston hologram debuts, but without permission of the estate.
Yeah, we've had
lots of talks about holograms and shit, and we're like...
Audioface episodes like 50 through 100 were basically the music holograms podcast because we talk about it so much.
We talked about it a lot, exactly. And basically, if you haven't listened to us in the past or whatnot, which you should do, because that's some of our most saucy content.
Yeah. You're not making like that anymore.
We definitely don't make them like that anymore. We basically came to the conclusion that holograms are okay as long as the estate okays it and everything, or whoever is the beneficiary, blah, 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 of the deceased human can do it, but we're still like... It's a little tacky.
You generally want to respect the wishes of the deceased, and it of course opens a technology. Of course, makes a new barrier into this, making this a little bit difficult because now the deceased are going to have to be asking questions, especially as a celebrity. It's like, okay, how do you want to appear when you die? Yeah, how do you want to appear after you die? Which is a
weird question.
Flipping through the Bible, whoa, shit, they didn't cover this one, but. Yeah, this one was a particular mess because basically the company behind making the Whitney Houston hologram was called Base Hologram. And they've made holograms of Billie Holiday, Tupac, Biggie, Michael Jackson, Jackie Wilson, and a couple of others. And so they're kind of just doing this proof of concept. Hey, we have become, because there is no God, the premier celebrity hologram company. We have become gods. And so this is just us kind of showing our potential. So their argument is that this is kind of like a creative work. What if I were creating an animation of Whitney Houston, regardless if she were dead or alive? The animation is like my sort of property because I created it. But once you get into the realm of hologram where it's extremely similar and it looks like that person is saying
that's the line.
Like definitely a person outside of the scenario, just in the audience, could go, yeah, it's very unclear whether or not the estate chose this, whether Whitney Houston wanted to appear like this or not, because it's just the Whitney Houston we think we see her in a hologram form talking. So that's very confusing. It's going to continue to create a lot of ethical quandaries.
And there's a couple musical artists we did maybe about 2 years ago that stated in their will or whatever that, oh, it's okay for me to be used as a hologram, which is the first time we're like, whoa, that's kind of weird to be used in a will. So it's never good to go against the estate, though. You need to get permission, everything, of the beneficiaries and of the extended family and stuff, because they're the ones that it's really personal to them. So
yeah. On the subject of the estate, Whitney Houston's estate has approved the biopic tentatively titled "I Want to Dance with Somebody." So it'll be kind of about her in a similar style as Bohemian Rhapsody because it has the same screenwriter.
Okay.
So should be interesting. That one did I'd say like a 75 to 80% good job of doing the Queen justice. They played around with the plot and timeline.
And then I guess some of the timeline, I was like, yeah.
Like if you're reading too much of the timeline of the film, it ruins the entire story of Queen. But like as a recreation of it, was not a bad film.
Yeah.